Hi YouTubers, this is part of 365 100 books, and yeah, I broke the rule here. You see, I wasn't going to, I got go through the list of 100 and not buy any new books, which for me is difficult, but there wasn't so much talk about this over the last couple of weeks. I thought I've got to check it out. I had to check it out, okay? Hillary Clinton, what happened? What happened, Hillary Clinton? This guy happened. So, oh man, this was not an easy read. I swear to God. Oh, essentially, now I didn't really know much about. Well, I know much about American politics, but pretty much the average British citizen, I guess. We don't vote for a particular individual. We vote for our own constituents, and then the majority, the leader of that majority, will become the Prime Minister. Look at Theresa May. I did not vote for Theresa May, not because she's a woman, she's a Tory. I don't support the Tories. But she won legitimately, and I fully respect that. Okay? So, in this book, Hillary Clinton seems to want to recreate herself. She is the Earth Mother. She is the female saviour of America. She is just whinging. Honestly. This book it's like 460 odd pages of whinge. And it's just really, oh my God. It's the story of a woman who just can't take responsibility for her own failure. And I'm going to read some out, okay? Here you go. Since November, more than 24 women of all ages, mostly in their 20s, had approached me in restaurants, the theatre, and stores to apologise for not voting or not doing more to help my campaign. I responded with full smiles and tight nods. On one occasion, an old woman dragged her adult daughter by the arm to come talk to me, and ordered her to apologise for not voting, which she did, her head bowed in contrition. I wanted to stare right into her eyes and say, "You didn't vote. How could you not vote? You abdicated your responsibility as a citizen at the worst possible time, and now you want me to make you feel better?" Of course I didn't say any of that. These people were looking for absolution that I couldn't give. We will have to live the consequences of our decisions. Are you serious? It's kind of like, you, the American public, you screwed up by not voting for me, and I don't forgive you. I do not forgive you. Further on, I was hoping this book would be about a political campaign, because in the 21st century, the way politics has shifted, it would be like a fascinating document of the time you spend on the road, the campaigns, the sitting there and discussing, you know, what you should or shouldn't do. She describes her entire campaign, the tour, if you will, as some kind of really nice event, like a camping trip. They're going around and they're helping each other and they're supporting each other, and they're practically seeing Kumbaya. She actually mentions Kumbaya a few times in this book too. And it's like this really nice little happy journey of these people, because they campaigned to get this woman to become president, and it didn't happen. It's this culture of victimhood, and it all comes down to, you didn't vote for me, that's your fault. How dare you not vote for me? And that's just the worst thing. She blames everyone else, but takes very few responsibility for her own actions. Like, put it this way, okay? Okay. Further in the book, okay, there's a chapter, 50 pages, called Trolls, Bots, Fake News, and Real Russians, okay? It is 50 pages. 50 pages of ranting about how everyone is against me. She blames everyone being against everyone against. I've actually on the back I made a list, okay, of the people she blames, okay? Clinton blames working classes women, Joe Biden, the former vice president, Bernie Sanders, Barack Obama, James Comey, the FBI director, about the emails, Vladimir Putin, women, sexism, women, America. She blames you for not voting for her. How dare you not? When it comes to the actual election, now I was looking forward to reading this, because I was hoping that it would be breaking it down within the states, the reactions, how it feels to sit there and lose, and kind of take some I guess take some intelligence, take some responsibility. No, the election is about 10 pages. The election is 10 pages. And it comes down to Hillary Clinton played with her daughters. Hillary Clinton took a nap. And then Hillary Clinton woke up and found that she'd lost, and everyone sent out for ice cream. That's the election night of who could have been the future Prime Minister, President of the United States. So, yeah. You deserve better than that. You deserve way better than that. There is this kind of arrogance of these two people. Now, I'll be truly honest, in the United Kingdom, when Donald Trump was announced as a candidate for president, we all thought he was a plant. We thought he was a plant. We thought that they're so desperate to get a female president that it was basically a reality show host with no political background, if you will. No, anyway, he's a businessman, but he's got no political leanings. He's got no experience at this, against an ex-Secretary of State who's been in the political realm for about, 40 years. We thought it was, it was going to be a walk. I'll be truly honest. I thought it was going to be a walk. And then the media, I did stay up late and watch some of the debates. The media was so busy demonising Trump for everything and exalting Hillary. It's a story of these two people. She expected to become president. She expected to the point she never ever wrote a speech if she didn't. She's also the person, okay, who the people who waited for her, she didn't come out, okay, and basically say, apologise to them and wish them all well. She just basically left them there, and she just kind of ran off and sulked. And this is in the book. It's a story of, a man who does not think he will become president, and a woman who thinks she will. And there is this kind of hubris. It's like a person being hoisted up to their own petard, if you will, and then brought down by their own hubris, because she never thought she would lose, ever. I mean, this is how she views this her lack of awareness with this. Okay, this is page 138, chapter on being a woman in politics. It was the second presidential debate, and Donald Trump was looming behind me. 2 days before, the world heard him brag about groping women. Now we were on a small stage, and no matter where I walked, he followed me closely, staring at me, making faces. It was incredibly uncomfortable. He was literally breathing down my neck. My skin crawled. It was one of those where you wish you could hit pause and ask everyone watching, well, what would you do? Do you stay calm, keep smiling and carry on as if he weren't repeatedly invading your space? Or do you turn, look him in the eye and say loudly and clearly, back up, you creep, get away from me. I know you love to intimidate women, but you can't intimidate me, so back up. I chose option A. I kept my cool, aided by a lifetime of dealing with difficult men trying to throw me. I did, however, grip the microphone extra hard. Yeah, Donald Trump is, he's a deplorable, as she happily called his supporters deplorables. Yes, we get it. This comes down to, this book is not about her. She seems to compare herself to the great females who've gone before her. Susan B. Anthony. She wears white because she equates herself with the suffragettes. I'm surprised that wasn't her mantra. I'm surprised her campaign song wasn't Sister Suffragette from The Sound of Music. Not Sound of Music, Mary Poppins. Sorry, Sister Suffragette from Mary Poppins. Yeah, I am so surprised about that. She seems to kind of want to sell herself as this saviour of the American public, who you let yourself down by not voting for her. She goes through what she would have done. She would have, in the coal mining state, she would have basically got rid of the coal mines, if you will, okay, but it tried to improve funding, okay, so that people who can go into service, like public service. She equates herself with Black Lives Matter, and she equates herself with the Women's March. She has this element of smugness when she watches the Women's March, but she didn't take part because it wasn't about her. Okay, I didn't take part either because I was working and didn't agree with the Women's March anyway. So, she wants to basically recreate herself as the saviour of the American public, who you, the American public, let down by not voting for her. So, America, this is your fault. This book and her failure is your fault. How dare you not vote for her? No. Now, I did a bit of Googling and I found this, okay? This kind of really, really sums up a mentality. My laptop's over here, so I'm going to pull it over, okay? This is of an article with Glamour, okay? And then this only came out on the 14th of September. I'm going to really, really sum up how she really feels about women who didn't vote for her. Alright. She, Clinton, there was a discussion with Sheryl Sandberg, who told her that women become less likable when they're more successful, whereas it works the opposite way for men. Sheryl ended this really sobering conversation by saying that women will have no empathy for you because they'll be under tremendous pressure. I'm not talking principally about white women. They will be under tremendous pressure from their fathers and husbands and boyfriends and male employees not to vote for the girl, she said. And we saw lots of that during the polemities from Sanders supporters, really quite vile attacks online against women who spoke out for me. As I say, one of my biggest support groups, Pantsuit Nation, literally had become a private site because there was so much sexism directed their way. This idea that women can't think for themselves, and the men in their lives, these terrible, terrible men, are breathing down their necks, telling them who to vote for. I am 37 years old. I have been voting. I missed out the first batch since I was about 20. No one has ever tried to do that. No man, no woman. Okay, that doesn't happen. This idea, okay, that women can't think for themselves. Men are dictating their every moves. How dare you? Do you think so little of women to even remotely think that? That's just ridiculous. Women didn't vote for you because their own reasons. And this book, where you basically try to sell yourself as this average woman who watches Netflix and Gilmore Girls and likes, long walks in the park. This kind of, and this email thing is essentially, it doesn't matter, how dare everyone be on me. When the mainstream media totally supported you. Everyone was on your side, and you still didn't win. But that's on you. This should have been a book where you went through everything and was honest. And you weren't. This book is not honesty. It's just whinging. I didn't win. How dare you? You missed out by not voting for me. I would have been a saviour of the United States of America. So, anyway, that's basically my opinion on this. It's, but anyway, the reason I'm doing this is I actually want this book. Now, normally my books go to a charity shop bag. There's like 4 pine up there. But if anyone actually wants this book, drop a line. If you live in the UK, sorry, I can't afford to post this overseas. Drop me a line, put a comment, okay, give me a subscribe, and today's the 5th of October, a week today, which is the 12th, I'll pick someone and contact you, get your address, and I'll post this to you. And if you want to do a review, keep it going, keep the chain going, it'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? So, anyway, so if you want this book, drop me a comment, and I'll post it to you, UK only, and take care, YouTubers, and sign off. Bye now.